The special thing that Marshall has is, as we're younger, we don't necessarily realize how much the people in Marshall care. They care about their schools, they care about their families, they care about conservation, and they care about medical care. And so that's what really makes Marshall Medical iconic, is the people. Oaklawn Hospital can provide the very, very best care for their patients, for all of the people of Marshall, Battle Creek, Albion, all the surrounding communities. If they can provide that high level of care, they will survive. My hope is that Marshall Oaklawn Hospital will continue for many, 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 many years to provide the best care that they can possibly provide.
My name is Rebecca Davey. I'm a nurse practitioner for Oaklawn Medical Group, and I currently work in the urgent care setting. I have worked for Oaklawn Hospital since 2008, and I've been a registered nurse since 2003. I got started nursing at an early age because I was one of the full-time caregivers for my mom who had multiple sclerosis, and I also worked at an assisted living home when I was 18 and really enjoyed working with the elderly. And so I decided to go to the nursing program at KCC and graduated when I was 21.
What made me want to become a doctor was my mother and my sister. My mother was a nurse, and I always admired all the work that she did to help people. And then I had a sister that was born with severe handicaps. And when I saw the need for medical care and care that my sister needed, and I wished that she could get more of, I decided that would be something I would be interested in doing. What was Oaklawn Hospital first like? It was not nearly as sophisticated and big as it is now. When I moved here, it was 1976, and I was just coming out of my family practice residency that I took in Grand Rapids. So when I came here, there were only about 6, 7 physicians here, but there was a real need. And so I was able to start my practice here and help build the hospital into a facility where we could do a lot more things than we initially could do many years ago.
Oaklawn has grown a lot over the last 100 years, celebrating our 100-year anniversary this year, starting as a small hospital inside of a private home, growing to what it is now. We've expanded our services. We have so many different offices now that serve the surrounding communities, not just Marshall, Battle Creek. I'm a provider now, being a nurse practitioner. One of the things that I do is help people that come to me in the urgent care setting get established with primary care providers and also refer them to specialists when needed.
I was here from 1976. It's interesting though, because as we have more beds, the length of time that people stay in the hospital has shortened. And the reason it is shortened, the practice of medicine is much better, and we can do more as an outpatient, and that's been very, very beneficial.
Just in my 22 years of nursing, I think that the roles of a nurse have changed so much. The responsibilities, a lot falls on the nurse's shoulders. And having gone back to school and now work as a provider in the community, it's a whole separate role, and we all have to work together to advocate for the patients and get them the care that they need. I feel Oaklawn does a really good job at that because we all work really well together. Just like Marshall is a close-knit community, Oaklawn is its own close-knit community.
Staff of Oaklawn Hospital and I work to advance the care. I was a small portion of that. I was the doctor, but we had a tremendous staff. We had wonderful nurses, pharmacists, wonderful people in cardiopulmonary, and wonderful people in radiology and all the different parts of Oaklawn Hospital. So it was getting that right mixture of people to advocate for what they were doing. All of those individuals coming together to build a real strong hospital. Hospitals are not doctors, they're teams of medical professionals that work together.
I knew immediately when I moved back to Marshall that I wanted to work for Oaklawn Hospital. I actually grew up in Marshall. I'm a 2000 graduate of Marshall High School. I knew I wanted to come back to Marshall at some point, even though I was traveling for a while. Got to spend the last few years of my mom's life with her here. Started working at Oaklawn Hospital right after I moved back as an RN, and then became a charge nurse. float nurse, nursing supervisor, and she went back to school and became a nurse practitioner. When I came back home, I actually missed so much about Marshall. It's such a small, unique town, but yet has so much to offer. I actually missed the smell. There were certain smells of the shops downtown, and I don't know, there were so many little things that I missed being in a small town. So I was happy to come back and happy to work for an organization that served this community. Serendipity. That shop's been around quite a while now, and I used to remember walking in there as a little kid, and even the drugstore, Hemmingson's downtown. I don't know, it's just, there's certain senses that stay with you, and that was one of them.
What was medicine before it is what it is now? And many, many years ago, there's what we call patent medicine. Patent medicine is just medicine that was made by somebody to cure what they thought was some illness. And there was Stewart pills, and there was a Stewart family in town here. And in fact, Marshall was the patent medicine capital, maybe the entire United States. We had many medicines that were being made here in Marshall. Now the medicines are made by bigger pharmaceutical companies and have to go through a much more rigorous evaluation. Back in the day, there was medicine called Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup. It was for babies that had coughs. It had cocaine and other drugs in it, suppressed the baby's respiratory abilities, pushed it down, and they would die. So that's why we went from patent medicines to the medicines we have today. And that's why we have very well-trained pharmacists.
But Marshall's full of lots of businesses that have been around a long time. Like Hemmingson's drugstore has been around and provided amazing service for all the people in the community. They deliver medications to people. They know everyone that they serve. They're friendly and accessible. Been a huge staple to this community. And then Oaklawn Hospital just recently opened up their own pharmacy, which has also been a huge benefit to the community as well.
I think my favorite part of being a doctor was when I went home at night, I felt like I had done some good. Now that I'm retired, I feel like maybe I made an impact and maybe made some people feel better and live longer and live better. So that was my favorite part of being a doctor, is just the fact that I felt like I had really done something positive.
I really enjoy taking care of people in my own community. Marshall it feels like home. There's a great sense of community, and people that have grown up here spent a majority of their life here. This place, it feels safe, it feels special and unique. It doesn't have the big city bustle, but yet it still has all the amenities and all the things that you would need. I love living in town. I love being able to walk downtown to the shops, go out to eat and support the local community. And Oaklawn is part of that. Having a hospital right in the middle of town, it's kind of unheard of, and especially in a town this small. I don't even know. The way that technology's changed, it's probably something that we can't even imagine right now. Because I'm pretty sure 100 years ago, they couldn't imagine what was here today. Being able to do MRI imaging and PET scans, simple x-rays, that the technology has come so far now. I can't even imagine what it'll be in 100 years from now.